Boy, I look like heck, don't I? Good afternoon. How is everyone? How is everyone? Hello, hello. How are you doing? Don't you like this mess I got going on here? So how's your day going? I got some accomplished today. Had to argue with insurance companies. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, Abe. I tell you what, Rick was within a snorting the other night about how much our insurance for the vehicles is costing us. I said, okay. He said, call and see what kind of discounts you can get. So I called, and of course, the ones that we're already going through, oh, we can save you $14 a month. Really? You can't do any better than that? That's charging us $208 a month. Dropped it down to $194. I'm like, okay. So I called Progressive. The lady goes, well, with your driving history, blah, 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 I can give you this discount, this discount, this discount, this discount, this discount. And I said, okay. I said, so how much is it going to cost? She said, well, for 6 months, it'll be $430 something. I said, for 6 months? She said, yeah, I'm sorry. That's the best I could do. I said, you realize you just did over a half. Y'all are costing me less than half of what the other insurance company was charging me. So I dropped my insurance company and went right with them. It was crazy. I told Rick, it's like you're buying 6 months you're paying for 6 months and getting 4 months free compared to the other insurance agency. So, hey, Wendy. I tell you what, and my original insurance company that I've been with over 20 years said that's the best they could do. So now I am with Flo. So how's y'all's day going? There is a fly driving me nuts. Y'all, in the past 72 hours, here in our area, we have had almost 8 inches of rain. Gotta let it all in. Honey, you need to check into Progressive. But anyway, yeah, Yeah, in the last 72 hours, we've had right at 8 inches of rain.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
I don't like that much rain. It needs to go.
Hey, Cheryl. I don't remember getting a windstorm last night, but I was probably asleep. I'll sleep through it.
There was so much lightning and thunder. Well, not lightning. I don't know. I didn't look outside. So much thunder.
Well, if there was so much thunder, there's a lot of lightning because lightning or thunder don't happen unless there's lightning in Kentucky.
Oh, that makes sense. Well, all I know, it was really annoying and scary. So sound like a shotgun.
Our education system is failing these children.
No, it's not. I'm still smart.
Oh,
I'm just dumb at the same time. But I'm mainly smart.
but no, as far as I know, we may have got the windstorm. I don't know. If we did, I slept through it. But I've been sleeping fairly good here lately. Just been saying my prayers, giving it all to God, and curling up, and going to sleep. My brain has finally got to where it shuts down because I just asked God to please shut my brain down to where I can sleep. And I don't even remember my dreams. Whew. I do need a nap though.
I slept all night and then went on to sleep. How about
So what are y'all doing today? Well, hello, Erica. How are
Hi.
you? Oh, y'all had the storms? Well, y'all usually get whatever we get. Because it usually leaves us and goes towards y'all in Arkansas.
Arkansas?
But as far as big winds, I don't know. I slept through it. Honestly, I just crashed. Today, I haven't done very much at all. Just mess with my critters and come back in. That's all I've done. I just said the rest of it can wait till tomorrow. I do need a nap though. Yeah, I know if I lay down, hubby's gonna be calling. He'll probably call me anyway here in a little bit. I'm gonna see if I can't get him to bring me home a couple of sheets of 3/4 inch plywood, or at least one good sheet of it. Hopefully his little truck will hold it.
To go on town?
Yeah.
We should get me told. I haven't had it in a long time.
I tell you what, child, you want more than any child I've ever seen.
I am a child indeed.
Yes, you are a child indeed. So there's not a whole lot going on here. I just thought I'd see what y'all's up to. Oh, it is getting late there, isn't it, Erica? So what part of South Africa are you in?
I'm married.
You're a goober.
I'm married. Why is it so big? Are your fingers really that big? Look, Mama.
Hey, bee lady.
Look how big it is. You got big fingers.
Yes, I got big fingers. I got man hands. You got a problem with it?
Yes, because now I can't wear your rings.
Tell you what, she complains about my man hands and complains about my gray hair.
I don't complain. I just point it out. There's a difference.
Oh, thank you. That is a little. He's sterling silver and cubic zirconia. That is not real diamonds. Because we cannot afford real diamonds. But sterling silver and cubic zirconia, whatever it is fine with me.
Where's the barbecue sauce? You use it all.
Yeah, what's that? Limpopo. Limpo. Alright. Spell it as it's pronounced. Limpo? Yes, that's my youngest daughter.
I'm the favorite.
She's actually my great niece. But we've had her since she was 4 days old and we adopted her. So yeah, she's my youngest. See, that's what it looks like together. And no, it's not real. But that's okay. If somebody steals them, they're not stealing much.
We're still $5.
Yeah, I think it cost me about $5 for the set of them.
Why don't you buy me a set then?
You don't need wedding rings.
No, but I want a pretty ring. Buy me a pretty ring.
Limpopo. Thank you.
What size fingers do you got? Like ring sizes?
Normally a 10, but when I swell up, that's why they're bigger. That's what we tell her.
What?
Want in one hand and poop in the other and see which one fills the fastest. She says her wants because she ain't going to do the other. Oh. The upper part of South Africa. Very cool. Well, it's nice to have you here,
If
hon.
it's upper part, wouldn't it be North Africa? Because north is up. Doesn't it go up? Yeah.
There's North Africa and there's South Africa.
How are they in South is? Up where North is. Longitude and latitude, Mama. South down there. I'm not wrong.
Somebody want a child.
Only if you got Disney Plus. So I want to watch Girl Meets World. Mom, Dad, don't die.
All I can say is bless her heart. So you know what that means in Southern. No, they're going to be actually going to school. they're given the options here too, but she don't want to stay home. She wants to be with her friends, which I don't blame her. So obviously that child needs some one-on-one. Oh, Lance. Well, Bug is 13. And how in the world she makes straight A's? I don't understand. I guess she got book smarts, but common sense is flipping lost. Yes, that's why we have all our gray hairs. Yes, yes. Well, they're recommended in the masks are recommended in school, but not required. Dang it! I should have named mine "Stinking on It." No how. I think that door has messed up again. I'll be right back. Oh, come on. But lands. And she says, you really need to get hair color, Mama. She says, your gray hair makes you look so old. I looked at her and I said, Kate, bless your little stinking heart. Mama is old. Oklahoma put it to where the school districts got to pretty much mandate their own. They didn't put a certain thing on it because they didn't want to be held liable. And then our school district laid it off on the parents because they didn't want to be held liable. I mean, Kate said, well, if we lived in Indianola, where she goes to school, that should have probably did online classes because she could have just walked to go to sports. But with us living 17 miles away from the school, she rides the bus to go to school. That way she can do her sports. So well, see, I've been like mine. Mine's all natural. Really? They extended it another 4 weeks? I'm going to be honest. If that's just do online schooling here, that'd tickle me to death. Yeah, the teachers unions is having a fit on a lot of it. But they said, you know, if you do online schooling, you only get like half the pay, from what I understand. Which half the pay beats nothing. Now, I got Pepsi. I don't got no coffee, but I got Pepsi. Had my coffee this morning. And I just didn't get on this morning. I should have, but I just was like, not this morning. I'll do it this afternoon. So you're fine, Jeffrey. I was trying to get on later so that you'd be able to join. But I didn't know what time would be the best time. So, see, I was thinking of you. Oh, you're going catfishing? Cool. Yeah, from what I understand, they're wanting to pay them half the pay. So, or maybe I read it wrong. I don't know. But anyway, it's not as much pay as they would be if they was in the classroom. I may have read it wrong. I don't know. But I may have read it wrong, but it isn't the full amount. But you look at it this way. All right, a teacher, they're not having to be online all day long. They're on long enough to put up their class. They have 1 or 2 hours of actually being with the students. They won't be out any additional like paper, pencils, anything like that. In the long run, trust me, it would more than pay than what they're probably bringing home now. Hold on, there's a fly. Got it. So, I mean, in the long run, to be honest, plus they're not having to have the commute. So in the long run, they'd probably be bringing home more money doing online than what they're bringing home going to the school. Yeah.
How you talking about how school's bad?
But I'm just saying, they'd probably make more money teaching online and getting all their benefits than being out. And plus, they ain't got the headache of other people's kids. Could you imagine? I could not be a teacher. Teachers have to be saints because I would have little kids' heads pinched off. Yeah, you factor all that in, they'd be saving a lot of money because they're still getting their pension, they're still getting this, they're still getting that.
Okay.
They'd be bringing home more money than what they're making now. Honestly, because a lot of your teachers, a lot of your good teachers, is taken out of their own pocket to furnish supplies to help these kids. So, but you look at it that way, they would bring home more than what they're bringing home now. Well, B-Lady, we have teachers at our school that tell the kids that if your parents vote Trump, that the kids need to be taken away from the parent. Kate come home upset when she found out I was voting for Trump. She said, Mama, please don't. The teachers will turn you in and have me taken away. They're scaring our kids. We've got some of those new teachers that are young, that's never ever really taught before, that's coming in and telling kids that. Kate come home bawling. She come home scared to death that she's going to be kicked. I said, let them try it, Kate Bug. I said, let them try it. I said, they'll take you over my dead body. But she come home crying. She was crying. She was just shaking. Wow. Well, in Oklahoma, we've got some of them that do. And you know, when I was taught in school, when I was taught in grade school, we were taught that you were supposed to be a Democrat because the Republicans were bad people. Then when I got in high school, I had 2 Republican teachers. And they both taught history. And those teachers really influenced my life because they taught truth. That there was bad in both parties, that there was this, there was that these was known for this and these were considered, they're known for that. Really, you want out? I'll be right back. And one of these teachers that was telling kids that happened to be one of my cousins that Kate come home upset about. So I just called her and I said, Susie? She said, yeah. I said, what is this mess you're telling the kids about if their parents vote for Trump, that the kids should be taken away from them? She said, well, that's how I feel. I said, you don't teach how you feel. You teach the truth. And I told her, I said, go ahead and send your little dogs after me. I said, they'll be taking my daughter over my dead body. So, yeah. Needless to say, that cousin doesn't have nothing to do with me anymore. Go figure. Dang it. which is very racist, baby. I'm not taking offense. Really? What part of the state were you in? Because we're at everybody's. It don't matter what color your skin are. It is everybody's brother and sister. And how you doing? So when you said that, that kind of floored me. So I guess I, but I have black friends that shoot, I'd take a bullet for, and I know they'd take a bullet for me. So I mean, that's so. I mean, I don't understand what part of the state you're talking about. It's racist. I don't know. I mean, back in the old days, I guess they were, but I haven't really seen it. It's something I haven't seen in my lifetime. That's all I can say. Hi, Lila. How are you, honey? And that's just like my friend Camo when he was moving to going through Oklahoma and he broke down and everything. People did everything they could to help him. He stopped at one of the information centers and they told him, said, well, why are you leaving? Why don't you just stay? He said he had never felt so welcome in any state in all his life, and he ended up moving back here. Now, they do say if you go to Tulsa and Oklahoma City, that you will see it there. I don't know. So I think it may depend on what part of the state you're in. But they say Tulsa and Oklahoma City is, which I've been to Tulsa and I've been to Oklahoma City. And I was treated with the same respect on both sides, so I don't know. What part of OK does he live in, honey? What part of Oklahoma does he live in? Because if he's being discriminated against, he needs to move somewhere out here where they ain't. Oh, I'm not white. I am a full-fledged mutt. Oh, they will be going live tonight, won't they? What time are they going live, honey? The flies is about to drive me absolutely ape here. Hey, Benny. B lady, what part of Oklahoma does he live in? Does he live by Tulsa or Oklahoma City? I'm not sure. No, West S is in Texas. There's that fly wants to land right there on my nose. Yeah, that's sunshine. Girl, we ended up with a little over 8 inches of rain in 72 hours. McAllister didn't end up with as much as we did. I think McAllister showed that they got, in the last 72 hours, they've got 5.7 something inches. And they reported on the news last night. They actually said Scipio that we have gotten over 8 inches of rain. Yet he ain't. Hey, trying. West just likes to aggravate people. If he can figure out a way to aggravate you, it don't matter what color skin color you got. He's going to aggravate the living tar out of you. He just likes to yank legs. Oh, yeah. Tulsa and Oklahoma City, they've got them convinced that, oh, but they're Democratic runs uh, cities. Oh, is it on Matt's channel? Okay. But I was oh no, Monica, come to Oklahoma, girl. Come to Oklahoma. Hey, Jamie. But you know, I wonder how these cities would run if instead of them voting Democrat, if they voted Republican, if it would actually change anything. Because most of your, not your governor, but your mayors and city councils are Democrat. I know we have Democrat city managers and mayors. And I'm like, I watch some of the things they do. And it can't be just because they're Democrat. It can't be. Because some of the stuff they do, it just common sense, it does not make sense. So I'm wondering if maybe they're just extremely book smart and have no common sense. Because, I mean, like the city of McAllister, they have a city manager up there. Very smart man. Brilliantly smart. Don't have a lick of common sense. But he's got book smarts. So I don't know how the best way to explain him is he's an educated idiot. Do what? Who what? We're in through hundreds of bodies in a river? When was this? Because ain't none of us heard of it. Bee lady, when you find it, will you please send it to me? Oh, I wonder if that was that deal back in was it this early 1900s? Oh yeah, 1921. That's when it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but think a lot of people have gotten over it, Bee lady. Some have it, some never will, but most have. But that you look at it this way, Bee lady. Some people hasn't got over slavery, and they weren't slaves. I mean, I ain't never owned nobody. I don't want to own nobody. I don't want to treat anybody, I don't care what color your skin is, any different than the way I want to be treated. So, but generally, most of your Oklahomans feel the way I feel. Now, you do have some bad, I'm going to tell you what, you know darn well every barrel has a few bad apples. And you just got to cull them out. But I've had people say, well, Oklahoma is the racist state they ever heard of and all that. And then they come here and they're like, what? Well, this ain't what we read. This ain't what we seen. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you expected us to be assholes. Matter of fact, Camo, I consider him one of my kids. And I'll tell him just like I tell one of my kids. If I think he's doing wrong, I'll tell him, boy, you're doing wrong. So, but you have your people everywhere that wants to hold grudges, that wants to be racists, that as far as the KKK goes, I haven't heard of any. Actually, I haven't even heard any of any white supremacists being in Oklahoma. I'm sure there is, but none of us know where they are. I've not seen any KKK stuff. There may be. Again, I couldn't tell you where they were. Yeah, football season, yeah, but it's not being prejudiced. It's just being assholes. But, you know, I mean, if somebody's come up to me and say, take me to a KKK rally, I just have to go outside and write KKK down because I wouldn't know where one was at. And tell them if you really want to go to one, there you go. You're going to be there alone. Because I mean, well, I'm going to be honest with you. In our area, and I'm not trying to be mean when I say this, so please no one take offense. In our area, the blacks are more racist than the whites, and they're more racist about their own skin color or towards their own skin color. Which, after seeing a lot of the stuff I've seen, I understand why. But it's like, come on, people. We're all God's kids. Just get along. But there is racism here, but it's generally well, I guess it is generally the black on black racism. And I don't mean to be mean when I say that. It's because, man, I've heard how some of my friends talk about other black people. And it's like, What? It's because they're getting that cheaper poot. It was right there and it just went. The cheaper interest rate. That's why they're doing it. They're getting that cheap interest rate. And it still don't make no sense to me. Hey, Mo Homesteading. See, that's what I don't understand. That's what I don't understand. Why can't people just get along? I don't give a darn what color your skin color is. You're all brothers and sisters. Just shut up and enjoy it and live life. Yeah. Honey, the thing of it is, I hate to say this, Leah or Layla, but the next 4 years, it doesn't matter who our president is. It's going to suck. Because if Biden gets in, you know darn well all HE double hockey sticks is going to break loose. If Trump wins again, all HE double hockey sticks is going to break loose. The next 4 years is going to suck. And, and honey, it's going to fall that way if, all right. I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. Every president is a scapegoat. That president has to do what the politicians want him to do. We have a president in there now that's bullheaded. He don't cave to what everybody else wants in most general areas, which is a good thing, which is a bad thing. The bad thing is because it completes utter chaos, what we have going on now. The good thing is it gives us hope. But every president, it doesn't matter. They are a scapegoat. Period. They are a scapegoat. Everything gets blamed on them. Everything got blamed on Obama. Everything got blamed on our poor little tarded President Bush. I kind of miss a little retard. But Then the Clintons, which they have done some horrible stuff, okay, that they really need to be imprisoned over. But if you go and you look at it, I'll guarantee you, every president we've ever had has done stuff that they should be imprisoned over. Not one party is going to do everything like one party wants, not or the other. They cannot. Jesus was perfect. I look at it this way. Jesus was absolutely perfect. And as perfect as he was, he could not satisfy everyone. Even him dying for them, it didn't satisfy him. And we are mere mortals. So why do we think we could satisfy everybody? Do you think it'll be another cupcake? So, I mean, and that's just like, there's always going to be someone, I don't care what race it is, which generally, I'm going to tell you what, there is only one race. There's only one that's human. Skin color is not a race. Skin color is just a skin color. I hate to say that. I hate to break everybody's bubble. Skin color is just a skin color. It is not a race. Because we are human. We are one race. But it doesn't matter. You could come here or I could go there. It's like me and B Lady. I could go here, there, or she could come here. There's always going to be someone saying, look at that mess. Just look at that mess. That shouldn't be going on. But what they think does not matter. What we think is what matters. Does that make sense? But I guarantee you, hi, Rachel, there would be somebody in every crowd if me and B Lady was to meet in New York or Oklahoma and we hugged each other because we were happy to see each other. There's somebody going to have a problem with that. Why? Because people are arseholes. And I got to let a dog in. But I'm going to tell you one thing I have learned. There are a lot more of us good people out there than there are arseholes. Buddy, you just better stay away from me. There's a wasp in here now. I didn't say we kissed, we could hug, Wes. You just going perverted. You love it when I get that big around. Uh, but you know, I tell you what, people, I don't know, there's just something in their brain that can't switch over, that they have to have something to hate. And I don't know why, but they do. They got to see something corrupt in something completely innocent. Oh, hey, Rebel Canners. I'm sorry, baby. I missed you. I don't know where you come at in or in at, but I missed you. I'm sorry. Oh, cool. Did you have fun? That's right. And you know, there's some of those people, B lady, you know as well as I do, there's some of those people out there that just love to hate everything. They love to hate. Oh, they got the go plates. Yes, it does, Lorraine. It does. Yeah, they're exactly Jeffrey. Exactly Jeffrey. But see, God made me the type of person. I don't care your skin color. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how fat you are. I don't care how skinny you are. I don't care how smart you are. I just don't want you being stupid. I love everybody. The only thing I cannot tolerate is stupid people. I mean, ignorance is one thing, because ignorance you can learn that and not be ignorant in that subject no more. But stupid, there ain't no cure for that. That's true, B lady. That's true. Well, all I can say, buddy, is if I'm dancing, you better get them feet out of the way. Hey, sweet mom. Yeah, well, you know what? The COVID has just shown how stupid people really can be. So, you know, the COVID has just showed people, and it has shown how corrupt things are. If I get that fat to flapping one way, you better get out of the way because I'm just going to run you on over. Oop, I hit a button. Night trying. Sleep well. Things are going good here. Amen, B lady. Amen. I have a deal. I have a picture of there says I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13, I believe. No, Dad today says it ain't all that bad. I go either this weekend, the guy's supposed to call me, or I go Monday or Tuesday to pick him up. And unfortunately, I'm only going to be able to get the one cow because he was, or one heifer because he wasn't able to get any more than the one. So, but I do go pick her up. I have to pick her up by the 4th. I'm trying to line a trailer out now. My mom's going to let me borrow her pickup since my pickup's being stupid. If I had a hitch on my Durango, I'd use my Durango. Hey, Benji. So I'm gonna get the one heifer. I'm just gonna hang on to the money, and I'm gonna try to go to the sale barn in McAllister. I gotta find out when the sale day is, and see if maybe I can't pick up some calves there. And if I can pick them up there, it'll sure up beat me having to drive 4 hours one way and 4 hours back, because that is a long drive. But I can show you her picture. Because, yes, I have her picture saved. If I can find it. There she is. Isn't she pretty? They do have some in McAllister. I'm just not sure when they are and if you can actually attend in person since all this crazy crap. So I've got to find out when their sales are in McAllister. Well, I'm thinking of naming her Lovey since she was purchased through Love. So what do you think? I'm thinking her name will be Lovey since she was more or less donated to me through Love. And you know, most of your milk cows, they have a Y at the end of their name, like Bossy, Bessie. I don't know why that is, but so I was thinking Lovey. But who knows, if I get a boy eventually, his name may be Gilligan. Oh, because when I thought of Lovey, I thought of Gilligan's Island, Mrs. Howe. But Rick's wanting me to wait on getting a bull. I want a Jersey. But right, Jerseys, girl, Jerseys are about 3 times the price of a Holstein. I wanted a Jersey because the Jersey gives so much more fat content in their milk. But I'm looking at it this way, a little butter will beat no butter. I wanted a Jersey so bad, but they're about 3 times the price of a Holstein. If they will let me, I sure will. I'll take my tripod and let y'all at the auction. But if you bid too high, y'all got to pay for it because you know I ain't going to have the money. You like the Jersey accent? She is 8 months old. So about this time next year, she'll be breeding age. Hey, good old boy. Oh, but thank you. Well, the thing of it is, you get that Jersey accent, Abe. Darling, you're going to get that Jersey attitude. Yeah, she's just 8 months old. I mean, yeah, they're old enough to breed, but really they're too young to breed. They're old enough to breed at 6 months. I wouldn't want to breed her at 6 months. To me, that's too young. And I was raising cattle, so. And my dad liked to wait till they was about 1.5 years old. Oh, you're fine, Mo. You're fine. I appreciate you being here. Honey, I'm boring, so I don't blame you getting up and doing your things. Oh, the milk cow y'all had was to be put down? You want a nice southern gal. Well, unfortunately, I'm married, Abe. They don't get no nicer than me. Oh, shoot. Oh. Yes, you have to milk a cow 2 times a day. Some people will milk 3 times a day. I love my cow, but I'm not milking 3 times a day. Oh, that's all I know how to do is southern cooking. Oh, wow. I wish I was closer to you, too. I wish I was closer. Yes, if you breed. Well, it also depends on the bull. If the bull is very big, it will break the heifer down. It also depends on how big a calves the bull throws, whether you're taking a risk on losing that young heifer or not. So that's why I really like to wait till they're at least 1.5 years to breed. And then by the time they have it, they're closer to 3, if that makes sense. I can get a machine for doing what? Oh, for milking? Oh, honey, those machines are expensive. Oh, yes. Those Southern girls, I'll tell you what, I'm going to tell you what. The Southern girls can be sweet as can be. But you cross one, and all I can say is may God have mercy on your soul. 9 months. They stay, it's like a human. 9 months, Rachel. And a horse, like if you get a horse bred, they usually take 11 to 12 months. Um, can you tell I've been raised around animals all my life? Now, the goats was the darndest thing I ever seen because they were only 5 months. No, I have never seen their form. Oh, your Charolais bull threw small calves? Now, see, we had a Bremer bull. His name was Blue. He's a big old boy. But he threw some of the smallest, beautiful calves, but they grew really fast. And he was a Brahma bull. Oh, man, he was a gorgeous bull. When my dad sold him when he got hurt, he weighed 3,500. Yeah, 3,500 pounds. So he was a little bull. Now, see, blues didn't grow slow after they hit the ground. Of course, our girls, my lands, they put out the milk. My gosh, every one of our cows, even our Brahma cows, they could have fed an army. They had some of the nicest, biggest udders you ever seen. But we didn't ever wean our calves until they were 8 months old. So, and a lot of people will start weaning their calves at 4 months. We didn't wean ours till 8 months, and they were usually big old calves. Oh, your first bull kept throwing twins? Oh, that would be nice. But of course, it kind of keeps the growth rate down. They don't seem to grow as fast as twins because they're not getting as much milk as y'all. Bear with me. There's a fly. Now, Blue threw twins 3 times. Why would you want to sedate the bull? I mean, you don't want to sedate a bull unless you're having to unless he's being really mean and you're trying to work on him, trying to give him shots or or you're having to take him to the vet. Oh, no, sweetheart, you don't sedate them to keep them calm. No. Or we never did. I mean, different states may do stuff different than what we did, but no, the only time you sedated one is if he was having to, if he got himself in a situation that he couldn't get himself out of, such as caught in a fence or something like that, and he was fighting and you was having to cut the fence off of him, you would sedate him then. But you don't want to sedate. You really don't want to sedate something like that, because sedating an animal can kill it. Yeah, I still have my goats. I'll always have my goats. Now, I'm going to tell you the funniest thing I ever seen one time. And I thought I was seeing things. Our neighbor over here had registered cattle. And he had this one bull they called a marker bull. And he put a big chunk of chalk, he put a big chalk necklace around his neck. And when a cow would come in heat, you know, that bull would get up on that cow and that chalk would mark the heifer. Okay. Well, he got over in my pasture one time when we had cattle. And he was just doing his best to do business. And I'm sitting here looking at this bull. And I called my neighbor. I said, Gene? He goes, yeah. I said, there's something wrong with your bull. He goes, what do you mean there's something wrong with your bull? I said, well, I said, he's doing his best to mount one of my heifers. And I said, his thingy is sticking out his side. And he goes, yeah, we had it surgically put that way, because we use him as a marker bull. So in other words, they surgically altered his private part. Instead of it going this way, it went this way. That was the strangest thing I had ever seen in my life. Honey, I really haven't had any videos lately. Yeah, they had him surgically altered to turn his wing the wrong way. And I told Gene, I said, that's cruel and unusual punishment. And all he could do was laugh. Because it wasn't a registered bull. He wanted his cows to be mated with a registered bull. And he wanted to know when those cows was in heat so he could put his registered bull in there. My deal is, why don't you just keep the registered bull in with your registered cows and keep the little bull that wasn't registered in with the ones that weren't registered? It was horrible. I was so mad, y'all. I wanted to just, I have never wanted to hit somebody so bad in my entire life for what he did to that bull. He said, well, he would have got out of the fence and got in with our registered cattle, and we didn't want that. Well, you know what? Put him 4 fences away. You know that? I know that, but he was an ag teacher. So when I say this with the most, he had no common sense. To me, he was an educated idiot. Hold on, there's a fly. Dang it, missed it. I think I got it that time, I hope. Yes, he was a stupid ag teacher. And he was a beautiful bull. He was a Angus Charlet Cross. Hey, Patty. He was a black bull with a white and motley face. You know, he had the black around his eyes. Beautiful little bull. And he running. But man, he was beautiful. But again, he just used him as a marker bull. But the collar that went around his neck come down, and it had a wide piece of chalk. It was blue in color. That was about like that. And he had it come down and it strapped around. It kind of, it was similar to a harness. And it would mark, when he would mount that cow, it would mark that cow right on the back end. Yep. Well, see, Rick used to laugh at me because when we had cows years ago, I could tell him within 3 days of when that cow was going to calf. And he'd say, oh, no, no, no. I'd say, yes, 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 yes. And usually I was right. I think there was one time I missed it by 1 day. But again, I had been raised around cattle all my life. Now, I'm going to tell you what, when I first got these goats, them suckers threw me for a loop. I thought, oh, I'm going to have at least 9 months, get ready. 5 months. Oh, shoot. Am I losing connection? Am I still here? I don't know about you, but every time our cow went to have a calf, it seemed like she went to the fence to have the calf. And the calf was always born on the other side of the fence. But yeah, it seemed like every time the calf was born on the other side of the fence. Well, I haven't seen any cattle, as far as cattle, that gestates before 9 months. How are you, Vonda? Well, this wasn't on his chin. This was on his chest. And it was like a big harness, like you would put on a dog. I don't know if it was a homemade job. It was strange, is all I can say. When I seen what was coming out of the side of that bull, I thought I was going bonkers. Yep, yep, they do. And then the race is on trying to get them back in the fence. We always had to run them clear back around to where the gate was. And Mama's sitting there crying all the way around the fence. Oh, to give that barrier to where they couldn't roll under there? Yeah, we never did that. That would have been too smart and too easy. To me, it made a lot more sense. Man, it must be getting hot out there because either that or I'm having a hot flash. Man, I'm gonna have to go get me some water, y'all. I'll be right back. I'm gonna run to the restroom and I'm gonna run grab me some water. And I will be back. Y'all talk amongst yourselves, please. Sorry. I've got it. What about my fence? Hey, Swampy. Hi, baby. You got groceries? Oh, just that? Okay. Oh, thank goodness, Vonda. And you're going to have to work on the door. It ain't wanting to shut. It's being cantankerous. So, okay, and what was you wanting to know about the fence? Oh, we got to fix fences too. Oh my gosh. Right now, I'm using cattle panels. Crap loads of them. I gotta see what he brought in, and he just throwed it in the floor. Let me go put up what groceries he got. I'll be right back. Just a minute, Blue Blue. No, guess he did put it up. Yeah, he did. He surprised me. Oh. How was your day, babe? You all right? I'm just hot, huh? Oh, he's gonna work on the door. Oh no. I'll say prayers for her, sweetheart. Well, y'all, since hubby's home, I'm gonna get off here and I'm gonna spend time with him. Oh gosh, I know. We got to put up new barbed wire fences around the whole 23 acres. So, well, I'm gonna get off of here, spend time with hubby. Remember, the world's a better place because y'all are in it. Please don't ever forget it. I love y'all, each and every one. Bye.